This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, James here today and welcome to another Sims 4 build buy overview. Today we're looking at the new StrangerVille game pack, and this comes with basically two sort of categories of objects. Stuff you sort of see around your home, around the town, and then all the weird secret lab stuff. And I gotta say, there's a very nice selection of items and I'm pretty excited about some of this stuff. I think even just now having a quick look at it, you can kind of see the sort of style the pack is going for, and there's a lot of interesting stuff to sort of look through. There's a couple other things off of this lot that I'll also show you as well. But I'm going to go ahead and just jump into buy mode so we can actually just, we'll change the lighting and we'll make everything look lovely, and we can go through all the colors and that. So I guess we'll start over here in this is sort of stuff you'd use around your home. It's very much like bunker themed and all that. So this pack comes with the military career as well, which is new to The Sims 4. So we obviously have some stuff themed around that, like this bed here with the little chest at the end of it, which I think is pretty cool. I think it'd be very well suited for a bunker, which is obviously something that this pack is kind of sort of directing you towards. I think even one of the pre-made rooms is like a bunker. Was the idea with it as well. Perfect. Don't know. Hang on. You know what? Let me just filter because we'll be able to find it that way. There we go. So yeah, hunker down bunker, like oh, look at that. That's disgusting. But yeah, that's like perfect. And then there's like all this kind of cool stuff here, but we're going to go through it all. So yeah, we got that bed here. This is a new gameplay object, which is called the listening device. I think it is. Yeah, listening device, which you can plant bugs on Sims and that. So really, you're not really going to use this unless number one, you just want it to look cool, or you sort of got it's like as a decorative thing, or if you're planting bugs on other Sims to listen in on what they're saying. Little tip, there are a few like special Easter egg ones. If you plant a bug on Grim Reaper or I think Father Winter, there can be some interesting things you'll hear through that. So that's this item here. It has a couple of different colors as well, just for the desk. Over here, this bathtub is actually super cool. This is like really cool for it's called DIY. What is it? The Epic DIY shower. And it's got like basically a hose running up the back with a shower head. Like, I think the little detail of these items are really cool. And I think some of this stuff is super, because it's so detailed, I think it's pretty exciting to see some of this stuff. It has a few different colors here as well. This pack has a lot of like really grungy looking items, which I'm really excited about because The Sims 4 has always been so clean. Like we've had a few things that are kind of dirty. This pack is definitely getting up there. And then obviously to go along with the sort of bunker motif, we've got this heavy duty shelf, which obviously has like a bunch of supplies on it, like a rope underneath, and a few different colors on that one as well. Look, even like a little gas mask there and a torch up the top. Really nice items there to decorate with. And I really like this bathtub here as well, like this bathtub planter. So a few different colors in that one as well. Oh, that is beautiful. I love that texture. It looks, I really, really love that. I'm a sucker for anything like grungy or dirty. And then this rug is obviously new as well here. Bunch of different variants on it here, which some, I don't know, I feel like this almost doesn't really fit with the rest of the pack in the style. It seems odd, but there it is. That comes with it. So these two items obviously look very similar. One of them is unlocked through the military career. You can see that's level 8. The other one is just one that you can get right away. Nothing special about that, like you can just buy it from the catalog. So this, if we just jump into live mode, is basically, it says practice sparring. It's not a new skill or anything like that. It is just a fitness skill, you can see here. So, but that's what they'll do. It's kind of like the, martial arts kind of skill from Sims 3, but I mean obviously that's just a fitness skill in this. So that's that item there. Go back to nice and light over this way. So this is kind of like all the DIY stuff. Actually, we'll go through all the little pictures on the wall. Some of these are really, really nice. I love all of these because they're still doing the thing where they put in a whole bunch of different options. So there's so many different things you can get out of this. Lots of different ways you could use this. Just a bunch of different posters on this one. I love these first few ones here for like labs and that. Really cool. And then this one here as well has so many nice photos in it. Like look at these little pieces of art. They're so good. Like I really love these. I love to see them doing this with all the pictures. A couple of different clocks there as well, different pictures on that one. This is like a big industrial sort of weathered sign, because obviously this town is it's like it's StrangerVille. It's in the desert. It's an old rural American town. At least that's the kind of style that I get from the kind of vibe from it. So it looks like it's a bit run down, a bit rusty. All of those sort of go with that vibe there. Now, actually this flooring as well that we got here is new. So there's 2 floorings, dirtiest pattern. For some reason, there's no colors on this. I don't know why it doesn't have any other options. I always find that that's just 100% a shame. And I don't think there's ever a reason something should be put in this game without color choices. Like there's just no, why wouldn't you give me an option to change that? I just don't understand. It's not that hard to add new colors. So that's something that's always really disappointing to see. And I think that's something that's a bit of a shame, especially because it's not really like it's a nice dirty flooring, which we don't really have any of. Like there's most of the floorings in the game are like super clean, except for like the city living ones. We've got those dirty carpets and that. So it's a shame that this one doesn't provide any additional options to it. Anyway, we also have this flooring over here. We have 2 floorings. So it's this one here and this one here. Obviously, they're both pretty stylized in terms of where you're going to use them. I mean, you might use them around the place. This one I'll probably use more than that one just because it is dirty. But yeah, like I said, there's no colors to it, which is a bit of a shame. We also have a couple of new wallpapers. This new corrugated metal, which I really love this texture. This one is really cool. Really nice detail to it. This one has a few colors as well to it, so you can sort of get a different vibe. That one looks rustier and dirtier, a bit more gray. You know, there's a nice selection on these. So I like that. That's good. And then we have this other wall here as well. So there's only 2 new wallpapers as well. So this one has a few different colors as well. Again, this one's obviously very stylized to go with the whole sort of secret lab vibe, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But that's that one there. So these metals, can I put them in here? I can. Cool. So I actually got these out of Buy Debug because I wanted to test out this little display. So if we go back into buy mode, so this is so these medals you actually get from the military career. So there's like a bravery heart. There's a whole bunch of them. There's only 3 of them. There's way more than this, but I just wanted to get them out because this is actually like a metal display case. So that's what I wanted to use that for, just to actually test it out. So that sort of goes with the career. I got a nice sort of textured wood on that one, and then a few other different variants there. And we got a new bookcase as well, quite a tall one, like a medium wall height bookcase right here. Actually, are these, oh, there's a super tall walls. Yeah, medium wall height here. A few different colors on this. Nice. I think this is this going to tile well? No, not really, but you can sort of force them to tile if you want to. We got a new flag post, which I guess just sort of goes with the whole military motif, and the one on the wall here as well. Lot of different variants on that. Very nice to see variants. This one doesn't have any. This is like an unlockable from the career as well. Level 8, ranking rug, extended with details that mark a successful and honorable career in the military. So there's that. Now, what is this thing? Why do I have this? Crabby bottom armadillo. Is this a little decorative piece? I know it's kind of fun. I kind of like that. Let's put it on the bar. Actually, there was another piece that I seem to have misplaced. I don't know what happened to it. There was another little decorative piece in here somewhere. Let me just go. We'll find it. It's like a little alien face. I don't know where it's run off to because I think I had it on the shelf, but it's disappeared now. This guy here. Wacky, wonderful carnival sock alien. There he is. This is a little decorative thing. That's all it is. Oh, look at that. It's different. Oh, cool. I like that one. Can I do anything with this? I can view or put in inventory. I don't think there was a few things I wasn't sure about. No, I can't do anything with that. I wasn't sure about the interactivity of some of these items, so I was just double checking. Can I do anything with that? No, most of these are just decorative stuff. Okay, I was double checking. All right, back into here. So back over that way. So we got that little decorative thing here as well. I mean, you can put this in a kid's room if you want. Scare the life out of them. Okay, moving on. Because we need another bar, here we go. I mean, to be fair, this one is very cool. Really, really detailed as well. I actually really like this. But I mean, how many bars does the Sims 4 need? Like, look at this. There's so many. And if I actually go to, wait, where is it? They can see all of them in like by themselves. Is it in here somewhere? Just click this one. All of these. There's like 3 rows of bars now. We didn't really need another one, but it is very nice. And it has a few different variants to it as well. And there's a new bar backing that also goes with it, which is, you know, very thematic and sort of ties in with it. But didn't really need it. But, you know, it's nice to have. It's got a lot of nice, really detailed stuff on it. It is always a shame to see, though, like, and I've mentioned this before, this one's not as bad, but, like, there's so many nice, like, little items here that, like, why can't we use these elsewhere? Like, this, I don't know, it's just like some weird thing in a jar. Like, can't I put that down somewhere? It's like propeller blades, a little cactus. There's so many little items that are kind of cool that it would be nice to just have them separately. Like even the torch, and even if they don't do anything, like they've already made them, but they're sort of part of these items. It's not as bad as like the whole jungle adventure debacle when we had where are they? Where are those plants that are all joined together? It's not as bad as this. Like, this was the one that made me the most upset because they're clearly 100% separate items. It's like, I don't know why these were ever joined together in the first place. Like, it's not as bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not on that level, but it would just be nice to have some of these because it's like you've already made them, so why not just separate them out so we can use them? And it'll give me a lot more versatility because then it means this bar backing, which is obviously very stylized and very thematic, I'd be able to use this and pieces of it a lot more if they were separate. Like even this middle section looks like a big freezer. Having that as a big decorative piece would be cool. That mirror separately, you know, like all that kind of stuff would be really cool. Obviously, it probably won't happen, but as a note for the future, moving forward, that kind of stuff would be really cool to see just as decorative items, you know. And I don't think it would add that much work to just have them separately because they are just already done, you know. Anyway, moving on from that. Oh, this is one of the coolest new items. The lava lamps that come in this. They've finally added lava lamps to The Sims 4. Look at this. So there's a few different colors in here, 5 different colors. And if you go into live mode, you can actually see them sort of bubbling around. There we go. Let me unpause. There they go. And then if you go in here, go set color and intensity, this light. You can also change the color of the light as well. It's actually hard to see because we're outside. If I had this indoors, yeah, not a very good example on my part. I'm sorry. But you can change the color of it like that. So this is really cool. Really, really cool to see these. I actually really like that. And then this is a new jukebox. Just a new like stereo. Obviously very, very stylized. Very like almost... we get like mid-century sort of style, 1950s kind of. I don't know, it's really fun, kind of cool. I like it. Another thing that I really like, more grime and dirty patterns. Grunge Splatticle 1 and then Grunge Splatticle 2. So these have a few different colors. You can get green slime, red, potentially blood, or just like the standard sort of color. So just dirty decals for a wall. Really like them. Likewise with those, we'll talk about those in a second. We have these new splatters on the ground as well. We don't have enough for the ground, so I'm always happy to see new grungy decals for the ground. Obviously, this is not everyone's favorite thing, but I like it. We've got some green ones here. I think these have the same colors, like the red, the standard, and then like the green. You have a big puddle in the middle, one for against the wall, and one for a corner. So those are really cool. I actually really like those kind of items. Those are always fun. And you can sort of detail up and grungify stuff really nicely with those. Now, these guys obviously are very specific to StrangerVille. I don't know that you'll ever use these unless you're building like a sort of themed build around it. I mean, let me know if you guys use these otherwise. I mean, they're there. You can use them if you want. I probably won't use them, but they're nice and they suit the world, obviously. What else? Did I miss anything in here? Obviously, we've got the windows, which I didn't really talk about. So new style of windows here. Actually, all very nice. I do like them. I don't know if I'll personally use them because it's not really my building style or anything like that. But they do have a very nice selection of colors, a lot of different choices. Obviously, there's 5 new windows. There's 5 new standard wall height windows and then 2 new tall ones, I think. Which I've put over here. So we got the 2 taller ones, which you look around this side. Little fence. That one's got shutters. That one doesn't. And again, these all have the matching sort of colors. And then those go in hand with the new fences and columns, which there's 2 new columns. This one here and this one here. You can see that there's very subtle differences. That one's rounded. That one's square. They are different. And again, all the matching colors go with it. So really, really nice set. New fence down here as well. That sort of goes with those. And another new sort of iron fence here as well. These all do have very nice color choices. A lot of different options for them. And we got another new fence of these ones, which is just like a little fence. I'm not sure actually if they can walk over this one. Let's have a look. Stop doing that. I haven't tested that. Can you walk over that? Is that a... It doesn't look like it because normally they would just step right over it otherwise. So, because it says illusion of a fence, because the reason I say that is because normally these smaller fences they'll be able to walk over, like this one they can walk over. They can walk over the one from Get to Work, which is this one. But they couldn't walk over this one from Get Famous, a hazard tape. Reason being is it was sort of designed in a way that you could have a very subtle way of telling Sims where to go. So if you put this here, it will mean they'll walk around. So I just wanted to close that off just to double. Yeah, they definitely can't. So this small one does act as a proper fence, so keep that in mind, which is useful. It's nice to have that in a different pack as well. It's also just nice to have a much more standard looking fence, because this could also be used in a lot of build mode sort of way. So like if I were to go up here and build like one of my classic lattice work sort of fencing things, it would be good for that, because it's a nice small subtle fence. It's quite flat. I think that works quite well. Although it doesn't produce a shadow in the middle for some reason. Oh, you know why it doesn't? It's because this fence is not producing a shadow, but the floor trim is. That's interesting. Does this one produce a shadow? No, that one doesn't either. Yeah, all right. That one does. That's a shame. It's because they're flat fences, so I guess they don't have shadows, although they really should. So if you guys could like add that in, I'd appreciate that. It seems strange that it doesn't. I never tested the other one because it has a big X on it in the corners. Anyway, so that's the new fence. We got a couple new spandrels as well up here. You know what? It's great that we get new spandrels, but can we get ones that are like modern? Because like none of these are modern. I mean, this kind of is, I wouldn't call that modern, but it's like less traditional looking. I want like a really modern looking one that isn't like so fancy. Even just like a really standard archway, you know, or something like that that just has a nice curve there on the side. Because like this one, I guess, kind of more so is, but it's definitely not mod. I don't know. It'd be nice. It's cool to have more of them though, and again, they have all the colors to match everything else as well. Before we move over that way, we'll keep going through all the doors and windows and stuff. So we've got a new archway, again, matching that. This new door here, which is the secret lab door, but in the game, I don't believe this acts any differently. Can I get him to walk through it? Yeah. So this just acts as like a completely normal door. It's not like a vault door from Get Famous. Obviously, it looks very similar because they've obviously borrowed the same sort of tech and design of it. It looks similar to the vault door, but it doesn't have any locking functionality. So it just works as a regular door. So just keep that in mind as well if you're into that. And it does have, let me just go let it close. It does have a nice set of colors. I chose the grungy one because I actually really like that. I love the grungy look, but it does have a clean version and a couple other colors as well. So if you wanted to use that, you can. And then all these other doors, there's some really, really nice doors here, actually. I really like this one here. That one's also really nice. All the doors actually are super nice. This one's nice as well. There's a plain white, no plain black door though. So we're nearly at the stage where they're like, hey, let's put in plain colored doors. They're getting the plain whites. No plain black. We've got a dark brown, medium brown, but no plain black. Plain white though, very nice. I actually like that door. I mean, the blue handle is a bit of a shame. It kind of ruins the plain look of it. If it was just like the brass to match that, that'd be okay. But you know, getting there. Then this little door, I love this. This is disgusting. This is like a little bunker door. Look at this. Oh, it's so good. I really like that. And then there's a clean version as well. So this will come in handy. I'll show you something else you can do with this later. And then another door here. All the doors, really nice, like I said. Going back to that sort of that mid-century kind of look that we had over here with the bar and all that. This obviously goes nicely with the sort of stereo. Oh, look at that grungy look. Does this have a grungy one? I didn't actually go through the colors on this. But that's really cool. I love that. And then we've got a new little wall light, very subtle wall light, actually. I really like this one. Little wall lighting strip. Could actually be useful in a lot of circumstances. And I love this wall light. Like it's like hooked on, so you like take it off and like sort of point it around on that. But the detailing on that, like even the fact that it's got like a little wall plug there, the whole like cord going around. I really love the detail of that little item. Then we've also got this new UFO styled ceiling light, which is there. If I go down like that, you can sort of see the underneath of it, see what it looks like, right, like that. Very nice. So those are the doors and all of that. Back over this way, this is like the new little shop that you will see in StrangerVille where you can buy all the special items from it. I mean, you're probably not going to use it in a build, but there it is. This sign as well. I love this. I love this like sort of old broken down sign. Just a nice little decorative piece if you want to use it anywhere. No colors on it, just that one though. Okay, so what else? We have some new roof decorations as well. So we've got a new chimney back here, which is, 4 different colors. This piece here is actually really nice. If you wanted to build like, I don't know, just like the sort of flat roof buildings, it just sort of sits on top of a build and you could match it with the base game brick textures. So that would just match up with any base game. Well, not any base game, but the base game bricks. So if you want to change the color of it like that. Actually, a really nice piece. A nice little detail to have. It's kind of cool. We've also got this new satellite dish that can go on roofs. A couple of different colors. And we got some new like sort of roof trim and pointy spire bits as well, which of course match in with the color scheme of all the rest of the stuff. And there's also a new roof dormer as well that matches the windows and all that kind of stuff. And you can actually see some of this stuff being used on the other builds in this neighborhood. Just over here, there's the chimney. You can see the spires there as well. Does that have a dormer? I think one of these does somewhere. Maybe that one over there. Just flying around. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, there it is, around the back. So it's got one there as well. By the way, can we just say how beautiful this neighborhood looks? Like, this is really cool. Oops, don't zoom out that far. This is really, I love this world. It looks so good. It's really nice. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. I'm sorry. But it does look really cool. Okay. So next up, we're kind of moving on to the laboratory. There's quite a lot of stuff for a game pack as well. And this is obviously moving into all the laboratory. Oh, we didn't even talk about the picket fence. I got up to that one. Picket fence. Finally, we have like an actual looking picket fence. Like we have this one from Toddler Stuff. It's kind of a picket fence, which I've used sometimes like that. We also have the one from the other pack somewhere. This one from, what is that from? The drink one? Whatever that one is. I don't know. Some stuff pack. And then none of those are like, then we have like, finally, we got like the normal one. Hang on. A normal looking picket fence. So now we got like a, look, they gave us like a tiny one and a really tall one. They finally given us a regular height picket fence. So that is great. And then it has like a gate that goes along with it. I didn't actually pull out any of the gates for some reason. We've got a gate there. And then we've also got the matching gate for this fence over here. That one there. And I don't think, oh, we do have a double gate as well, which would be good on that one. And I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, so that picket fence, really, really nice. Actually, I completely forgot to show it off. I mean, it's right there, but I love it. I really, really do. It's so good. It's going to be great for builds. Why is there a post box there? Go away. Right. Laboratory stuff. So most of this stuff is going to be decorative. It doesn't do anything. It just looks cool. Obviously used to build the secret lab in this game pack. So there's all this stuff here. This is just a big, it says Blinkomatic. I mean, it just sits there and does stuff. Has a few different colors. This is a wall panel, which can actually be stacked really nicely. Well, not stacked, but like sort of placed really nicely next to itself. So if you wanted to line up a whole wall with them, there's like a dirtier version too, and a darker one. So that's how that can be used. All decorative. Then we got these guys, which again, just a couple more like things like this. Two different colors. Got the really dirty one. I love the dirty, grungy ones. That's good. That's more of a central sort of column one, not against the wall. That could be placed against the wall. And yeah, so just all these sort of decorative pieces. This little thing here, what is this? I don't know, purifier. Again, it's just like decorative. It's all just fun little pieces to decorate. We've got an air conditioning unit, which actually would look better. I think this almost looks like it's just tacked on a wall. So you'd be better on like tacking it underneath a window, or even on a window, to be honest. You could do that as like a little decorative piece, which I think, oh, look how dirty you can make it, which is really cool. I actually really like this little piece. I think that's one of my favorite little decorative items. And then we got these, which obviously very similar to, if you remember from Get Famous Build by Overview, they had a lot of set pieces. Your sim can actually walk up on top of that. It's part of the secret lab as well. I mean, it's purely decorative. It doesn't really do anything other than they can walk up on it. There's this giant wall piece here as well, which is used in the secret lab, obviously. So it can be like placed like this. And you can sort of get a bunch of giant walls like that. Do they have any colors? No colors on them. So they're just decorative as well, but they go like that. Now, over here, oh, actually on the floor here, we've got a bunch of new little clutter items as well that sort of just are used to litter around the lab as well. So it's like these. I don't think they have any colors. No, they don't. There's like a few different little pieces like this, just to make the place look a little bit more cluttered, a little bit more messy. Might even just shove them under the stairs, because that's where it can be messy. There you go. Now, they also added another one of these, where did I go? Another one of these sort of decorative cases. We had one of these in, I think, Get to Work. It was a similar one. I think it's this one here. No, not that. That's that thing. A water thing. There is, I don't know, maybe it's a hidden item. I'm not really sure actually where it is. But it was very similar to this. It was like you could place the items in. Anyway, I don't know what it was from. Anyway, they've added another one of these, which has a few different colors. Really dirty one. You can make a really run down like lab, which I think is cool. I don't know. I really like that idea. And then, yeah, so you can place items in it. So I think some of this stuff can go in there. Like anything that sort of fits in that spot. This is obviously a new decorative item here as well. It is Redacted Tendril. So, you know, comes with the pack. Obviously, more suited to the lab than your home decoration. Now, moving over this way, actually, before we go there was some barrels over here that I completely skipped. Some decorative barrels, which I actually really like these as well. So it's all just like fun items that I think are really cool. It's interesting that they even bothered to do a 3 stack of them. I'm not really sure why, because you could just do this. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just happy they gave me a separate one. Because if they only gave us this, I'd be like, excuse me. But yeah, that's good. Whatever. Anyway, moving over this way. New desk chair. New desk as well there. A couple colors in that as well. There's this top secret, what is it? Monitor display, which is like a little TV on the wall. You get a broken one. Does that animate? What does it do? No, it just sort of displays a static image. So it's like I guess like a monitor that's like displaying some information about whatever may be on there. Obviously, one of the coolest new items is they finally added laptops into the game. Finally added laptops into the game. So we got a couple of them here. There's that one. This is like the basic one. I don't know. It took, what, 5 years to add laptops? They finally got them. So the cool thing about these as well is they're not just a computer that sits, they're not just like a regular computer. If you go into live mode, you can actually grab the computer, drag it into your inventory and take it wherever you want. It's not like a phone though, they said. They won't just randomly pull it out and start using it, but you can then take it to a library or wherever you're going and use it that way, which I think is pretty damn cool. And then beyond that, we've got this guy here, which is just, again, decorative stuff for a lab. It says vertical spray nozzles. It had like a 2-tile footprint, so I was like, oh, maybe it does do something, but it doesn't seem to have any interactions, so I don't think so. Then there's a couple of these tables as well. They're in the desk category, but they like covered in stuff, and I don't think you can use them as a desk. Oops. They're not actually used that way. But if you go into live mode, specifically this one, it's like connected up and it's like sort of jittering like they're doing experiments on it, which is kind of fun. So that's actually kind of cool. It's a kind of cool little decoration. You can view it. It's like a decorative piece, really. Same with this one. Just a bunch of beakers and that on it. Just a decorative piece for you there. So if we go back to daytime, I think that's it. I don't think there's any colors on those, is there? I think that's everything now. On this lot anyway. There's some other stuff I need to show you as well. That looks about it. There are a few other items as well that I'm purposely not showing because obviously StrangerVille is a story-driven pack, and I don't want to spoil the story if you guys want to play it. There's a few other items. There's not a whole bunch of other stuff that you would actually use in build mode, but there's a few really cool items that you might enjoy if you play through the story and find them. But there's something else I want to show you as well. So over here in this pre-built lot, the old Penelope is what this is called. I just didn't have room on the other lot, and I was like, quite frankly, this is the better way to display it anyway. We've got a bunch of these big plane pieces. These are coming in all separate pieces. We've got like a wing piece here, another wing piece over here. We've got the nose section, and we have like an engine as well. These are all just like buyable pieces here from the catalog, so you can sort of see them in here. There's a couple of plane pieces there. I don't think there's any colors. It is just the one. But that's fine. So then the plain tail piece, which is pretty cool. So you can see here, it's actually a big piece. Let me turn off move objects real quick. Does this just place back over it? It actually does, which is cool. So what they've done is, if we put it over, okay. If I could rotate it properly, put it here. So what they've done is they've actually left a cutout spot in this item. Right here, you can see in the middle there, it's actually cut out there, 3 wide and however deep, I don't know, goes back in there. And then that actually allows you to build this block here, which is, what, 3 by 6. And then this just places directly over top of it. So you could build whatever you wanted in there. And like I said, I was talking about this door earlier, this little door here. Really, really nice to use with this because it sort of suits the whole bunker look. It looks like something's just been built into the plane, and then underneath they've built a whole little bunker that uses a lot of the new stuff as well. The new bed, the laptop, the new display case, a couple of those banners on the wall. There's like that DIY tub as well. It's got a lot of the new little things sort of detailing in here, which is kind of cool, and the new wallpaper as well. So that's sort of built in there. You could even just build like a little section in the plane if you wanted, because the plane will fade away if you're close enough, so you could just build a tiny little thing there. So I thought that was kind of cool. But I believe that is everything in the pack in terms of build buy. If we have a look at some of the pre-built rooms, we could do that now. So the old watering hole and all that. Get that out here. We've got also the bunker one. We'll have a look at these. I think if I just put this down, it won't really matter. And we got one of these, a lab, and then the outdoor section as well. Just so we can sort of see how they've used some of these items as well. So a little watering hole in there. You know, it's pretty standard. It's pretty much all the stuff we looked at there. And we've also got the bunker one. I love this one. This is cool. This is my sort of thing. Look how dirty this little place is. Got the grunge all over the wall. Oh god, there's a gnome in there as well. Got the bed, lots of paper all over the floor and boxes. Like, this person is a conspiracy theorist at heart. Then we got the lab with these little vines. Oh my god, look what they put in there. The lab with these vines all over it. That's funny. I love that. And then this one here with the outdoor stuff as well. Yeah, so that is the build buy overview of a StrangerVille game pack. A lot of cool items in here. I mean, that's kind of all there is to say about it. Like I said, the one issue with this, there's always an issue with the packs for me. One issue was this. Why doesn't this have a colorable, like, why don't we have any choices? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Just, if you're adding new flooring, just recolor it. There's no excuse not to have colors in this game, I don't think. Like, unless it's like some specific item that is not available in the catalog that's only like decorative in the world, like, I don't know, whatever is out here, like that rock. Like, we can't buy that anyway. Like, if it's just something like that, of course there doesn't need to be colors. But this is a flooring, which is literally all a flooring is a color. You know, it's just a little texture. Why isn't there more than one? I don't know. Anyway, we could go on about that for hours. But that is the build buy overview. Let me know what you think down below if you like the style of this pack in terms of the build buy objects. I think it's good. I think there's a lot of potential with it as well to do some cool builds and some new items. I really love some of the pictures and paintings and all that too. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching and have an awesome day.